Imagine a war that lasted 8 years, killed over 1 million people, and in the end, no one actually won. This is the Iran-Iraq War, one of the longest, deadliest, and most complex conflicts of the 20th century. Over 8 years, two nations clashed in a relentless struggle. Cities were destroyed, economies collapsed, and millions of lives were changed forever. But why did it start? Who made the decisions that sent countless men to the battlefield? And why did it drag on for almost a decade with no clear victor? In this video, we'll explore the causes, the horrors, the human stories, and the shocking aftermath of this brutal war. To understand this war, we need to go back in time. In 1979, Iran underwent a revolution that completely transformed the nation. The Shah was overthrown, and Ruhollah Khomeini rose to power. His vision was to create a new Islamic republic independent from Western influence. Neighboring Iraq, led by Saddam Hussein, watched closely. Saddam was an ambitious leader with aspirations to dominate the Middle East. He perceived Iran's instability as an opportunity. Both nations had unresolved border disputes, particularly over the Shatt al-Arab waterway, a strategic river vital for oil exports. What began as a minor disagreement soon escalated into tensions that would ignite one of the deadliest wars in modern history. The world was watching too. Some countries quietly supported Iraq, while others provided weapons to Iran. These external influences laid the groundwork for a prolonged conflict. On September 22, 1980, Iraq launched a massive surprise attack on Iran. Tanks rolled across the border, and airstrikes targeted key cities. Saddam expected a quick victory, but he underestimated Iran's resilience. Iranian forces, including millions of besieged volunteers, organized themselves to defend their homeland. Civilians joined the fight. Students, farmers, even children were recruited for logistics and support. What started as a swift invasion quickly became a grinding stalemate. Both sides dug in for trench warfare. Entire towns turned into battlegrounds. International powers supplied weapons and intelligence, prolonging the conflict and complicating peace efforts. Within months, the death toll was staggering. Thousands died in single battles, and many soldiers were buried without identification. This was only the beginning of what would become an 8-year nightmare. This war was extremely brutal. Trench warfare returned on a massive scale, reminiscent of World War I. Soldiers lived in mud, under constant shelling and extreme fear. Human wave attacks were frequent, especially on the Iranian side. Entire battalions were sent to attack fortified positions with minimal training. Chemical weapons were also used, one of the first modern conflicts to see such attacks since World War I. Civilians and soldiers alike suffered horrible injuries. Cities like Khorramshahr, Basra, and Abadan were flattened. Schools, hospitals, and markets became battlefields. Oil refineries, ports, and farmland were destroyed, devastating both nations' economies. By 1985, both sides had suffered hundreds of thousands of casualties. Yet, neither could secure a decisive advantage. So, why did the war drag on for 8 years? The answer is complex: pride, ideology, and global politics. Saddam Hussein sought to assert Iraq as a regional superpower. Khomeini viewed the war as a defense of Iran's revolution and ideology. External powers fueled the conflict. The United States, the Soviet Union, and neighboring countries supplied weapons, intelligence, and logistical support, making compromise nearly impossible. It became a war of attrition, not strategy. Millions of lives were spent on battles that often achieved little beyond temporary territorial gains. The human cost of the Iran-Iraq War was staggering. Estimates suggest between 500,000 and 1 million soldiers died, with millions more injured. Civilians faced bombings, famine, and disease. Families lost fathers, sons, and brothers. And children grew up amidst trauma and instability. Entire cities were leveled, while ports and farmland were destroyed. Economies were shattered, and nations were left deeply in debt. Many soldiers never returned home, and countless families never learned their loved ones' fate. This war left scars that would last generations. In 1988, after 8 years of relentless fighting, a ceasefire was brokered by the United Nations. But here's the shocking truth: almost nothing changed. Borders remained virtually identical. No victor emerged. The Iran-Iraq War stands as a grim reminder that sometimes wars create only destruction, millions of lives lost, cities destroyed, and decades of trauma, for almost no political gain. This war is not just a chapter in history. It is a lesson on pride, power, and the high cost of human conflict.
Every story has a human, a twist, a lesson. History isn't just dates or names, it's the moments that define us. Share this video, join the journey, and explore the untold stories waiting to be discovered, only on FactX. If you want to uncover the hidden stories that shaped our world, events, remarkable people, and the mysteries history almost forgot, subscribe to FactX and turn on notifications.